Amazon is putting the screw, not just Amazon, all e-commerce is putting the screws to brick and mortar retail so hard. Like the same exact feeling all the mom and pop shops felt 40 years ago when Walmart was storming onto the scene is what Walmart and Target and CVS and well, CVS and Walgreens less so because they have the pharmacy aspect as well, but Walmart and Target are terrified of Amazon.
Does.
What did you say, Kyle?
Amazon does drugs. They're pharmacy.
They do.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And it seems like lots of people are getting into that market. With Cuban, and Trump is doing something. I don't even want to look into it.
I thought the Cuban thing fell apart. Or is
Trump
that still
is basically facilitating direct to consumer sales from pharmaceutical people. So there'll be, I think it's Trump.rx, but I'm not positive. And if you go there, you'll find the drugs that you need, and it will direct you to the people that sell it to you. So it's not like an Amazon.
Isn't he the president?
I'm sorry.
Isn't he the president?
You know what? He's not my favorite person. I've talked about that before. But if he does good things, I still like good things.
Yeah.
And it'd be one of them. Let's watch.
Yeah, if this fucks over big pharma and allows people to get cheaper drugs, that's good. I just am very hesitant to believe any mainstream politician is going to push back on big pharma because all of our politicians are 85-year-old boomers and they spend all day every day watching Fox News and CNN, and the only people who still run ads on Fox News and CNN are drug companies, and so they're just getting a feedback loop of silly nonsense, I would imagine.
Do you think they should be able to advertise pharmaceuticals the way they do?
100% no. Yeah, that's not a good thing.
I'm not as sure as Taylor is. And by the way, I'm not. That doesn't say he's wrong. It says I'm not as sure because, I feel like too much of prescription drugs are gatekept away from people. There's a lot of them that I think are pretty benign, like a hair loss drug or something. What is it? Finasteride? Did I pronounce that right? Yeah. Oh my God, what a pain in the ass it can be to go to your primary. I know Hims exists, but let's pretend it doesn't. To go to your primary care physician, to tell them that you want this. Maybe you don't want to talk about this with someone that you see in real life, and them to prescribe. And then you have to keep going back to them, and it's a pain in the ass. You're like, oh yeah, here I am again. I've been doing this thing for 9 years now. I want to keep doing it. And they're like, all right, well, they keep giving me your meetings, and then I'll keep re-upping your prescription. And it's like, why the fuck is this so hard? Adderall, people are on that, right? People are on Adderall for a long, long time. They're not upping their dose. They're not changing their dose. This is just how they live their lives on this, whatever. And why are you making it such a pain in the ass? Why is there this gatekeeping between this thing, this routine that you started 12 years ago and now? Why are you making it so hard on everybody? I feel like people can be educated, or at least extending what they've been doing for a while, grandfather in. I don't know. Stop making it a pain in the ass for people to get their prescription drugs, and these gatekeeping walls are all there with their palm out, getting greased along the way. So advertising, I don't know, finasteride to balding men doesn't ring terrible to me. Balding actually in particular is there's a weird culture around it. Is my hair thinning? No, your hair's not thinning. It's great. You look like $1 million. That's what an adult hairline looks like, bro. Your hair is thinning. You have a scared rabbit on your head, a receding hairline.
Yeah, but they don't. I don't need them to. I see your point. I especially with hair loss stuff, and also with things like PrEP. And things like my cold sore medication is the same thing you take for genital herpes. So I want my genital herpes medicine. I'll lie and tell you I have genital herpes. I'll get some hickeys down there.
Right. Lie.
One breakout, Taylor. Okay, it's not for life. Okay, it's not for life. It was like a cold. It was like a weekend herpes.
I know. I saw. Yeah.
But
I had to look around it.
But just services that provide that stuff, online things like Hims, like the ability to just go on there and take some pictures and send them in, and be like, yep, you're good. You're good. I get a year's worth of finasteride at a time.
I love that. I also take finasteride, and they should. You know what? It wasn't that my hair was losing; that it was thinner. My hair would give you a splinter if you stepped on it, and then it just didn't. It wasn't that anymore, and I was like, "Nah, we're nipping this shit in the bud. I'm doing it." So, But like Kyle described his expertise in his cold sore drug, I'm there for strep throat. I don't know how many times I've had strep throat in my lifetime, but I can self-diagnose and get this right. I know the difference between it and a sore throat dozens of times, if not threatening triple digits over the course of my life. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but enough. And like I needed antibiotics, and I was not in Raleigh, like at a place that had doctors open on the weekends, and I suffered. And I'm like, it is just too freaking hard to get medicine. And I know broadly prescribed antibiotics create different problems, but I don't know the answer. But I do know that what we're doing isn't it. It's too expensive. There's too many hoops to jump through, too many gatekeepers, all of them getting their pockets lined.
I know that pharmacists saved your daughter's life.
Gatekeepers are a big
you got this.
Pharmacists are going to be
a pharmacist saved me while I was drowning one time. Like, all right, well, you're an outlier. Okay, I think for 99.9% of the rest of us, the pharmacy is that guy who hands you the jar of embarrassing ointment and judges you, and then collects some 6-figure income for counting pills. If there's any job that AI and robots can replace overnight, it's counting how many pills go in a fucking bottle. Every other pill company manages to get this done without some asshole in a lab coat taking 30, 45 fucking minutes, even though I called in my prescription. It's right there in that bag. I saw an internet video where it's one of the few times where I'm cheering for the douchebag, because he's just like, that's my drugs right there. I can see them in that bag. That's it. Put some money on I'm getting them.
Oh, I thought it was a gun. You thought he was spinning a cylinder. About to get real.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know why the picking up things from the pharmacist experience is as awful as it is. I can see that they seem to be busy. They seem to be typing away for 35 minutes every time you're there. I don't know what they're doing. Airline tickets is another one. What are all those fucking keystrokes about? Jesus.
Nothing. Seemingly fucking nothing.
Over there like Neo in the Matrix. I'm going to Albuquerque. Figure it out.
Like, we'll type for like a full minute and then be like, and what's your name again, sweetie? And it's like, oh, so we're not even step one.
Right? Like, you do this 1,000 times a day. Why is it not more streamlined than this? But here we are.
No, like the drug system sucks, and it should be easier to just buy direct. Like that would save us so much money.
Like Mexico,
and it would be so much easier.
Got a great
Mexico's
system.
You could just buy direct there.
You walk into a place called a pharmacy, and they've just got drugs on the fucking shelf. What do you want? You want some steroids? You want some penicillin? We got that morphine thing from World War II. I got morphine ampules from World War II. You can fucking get whatever you want in there.
And in most Western countries, it is illegal to advertise drugs the way we do. And just from I guess a more tertiary standpoint, like, do we want Fox, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, do we want them kind of beholden to these big pharma companies? Because that is what has occurred, because so much disparate advertising for other products has diverted into online, but the people who take those drugs are watching news shows. And so that's why they're so dominated by that. And that's why, like, you know, when the vaccines were coming out, or when any other drug is coming out, like all the news stations, whether it's Fox or CNN, kind of lockstep, kind of pushing that ball forward for them.
So you make a really good point, and I value that. But like, Cialis hit the market and then goes on Fox News, where all these 65 and ups are watching it. And they tell people about these boner pills that could improve your life. And I'm like, I don't hate it. You know what? What's the alternative? You have to go to the primary care physician that you've been seeing for 18 years now and tell him or her that your dick doesn't work like it once did, and you want help. That blows. You should be able.
That does suck,
right? You don't have the same rigidity,
right? That would be awful. So why not make the public aware of this, and then go to like an online doctor, frictionless thing, and you know, type it up and be like, yeah, I used to be like a tent pole, and now I'm something less than that. And
stuff like that. I'm more. Well, that was a good one for but like stuff like Cialis or like Hims, I think is less impactful. What seems more actively damaging is like anti-anxiety, anti-depression medication marketing itself as like a a solution to people who are, probably going through stuff in their life and having a tough time. And then now you're getting people on dangerous psychoactive drugs that they otherwise wouldn't have needed to be on.
What are you, a Scientologist?
Yeah, what are you?
You're thinking of Christian Scientists, by the way.
I'm thinking of Scientologists.
They hate psychiatry.
Yeah, they hate psychiatry. They hate drugs.
Any Christian Scientists don't take any drugs. Did you know that?
I did. That's why James Hetfield's mother died.
Are they the ones that like often let their kids die of like diabetes and stuff like that? They'll be like in the bed dying of something that a shot fixes, and they'll be like, "We're just going to trust in the Lord." Yeah,
the Christian Scientists are that pretty tiny sect where they were some lady named Mary led them, like Mary something. Yeah, it seems like Caleb knows.
That's the opposite of what the Amish do, where they've got the phone at the end of their driveway and the tractor that they owe $1 on the note. So John Deere technically owns their tractor. This is the opposite. They put their money where their mouth is. Their kid is dying of an easily treatable disease, and they're just like, trusting in the Lord.
Like, have you also seen that shit where they're like,
can't understand his plan.
They're like, the Amish don't have any of these diseases, and it's like, yeah, I'm sure they have lower rates because they're not eating fucking Burger King all the time.
What's the testing rate on the Amish?
But also, they'll be like, the Amish don't have any autists in their midst, and then I'll watch an interview.
All of them.
I'll watch an interview with an Amish guy, and I'm like, this guy's not in the fucking mix. Like, clearly. This guy's in the autism word. This guy's a little Aspergery, but he's just like, they're all kind of weird.
Did you see Theo Von have a real life Amish kid on his show?
Was he a young Amish male? Was the name of the
he was like, have one of these Celsius energy drinks. That'll raise you barn.